What's up, people? Welcome to the GSC podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Lauchi, joined as always by Jaime.
Oh, hello.
Johnny.
Hey.
And Jenny.
Hi.
How are you guys this week?
You caught me off guard because I'm extremely tired and ill.
Yeah, you know how I love to change up the order, man, just to screw you guys over.
Sneaky
Yes,
Ben.
we're gonna say that. Yes. But otherwise, I think we're dandy, right?
Oh, good, man.
Again, I'm going to apologise before we get started about the lack of an actual podcast last week. I know what happened with our recording software, but it was completely screwed. Like, there's no way that that was listenable. That's not even a word. It was shit. Audible. There you go. It was terrible. So hopefully this makes up for it this week, and hopefully you enjoyed the one-on-one sessions, which was pretty fun.
Lovely. I did.
It was a nice little thing
Nice.
that Jamie thought of.
It was good. That
was
like
nice.
a last minute, quickly fix it. Shit, the podcast broken thing.
Just Jim will fix it, didn't you?
Yes.
Cool.
Moving on.
So let's start with what we always start with. What we've been playing / doing this week. Janny, talk to me. What have you been playing this week?
Final Fantasy 14. Nothing new. Oh, I played that Vita game. That one.
Muramasa Reaver.
Yeah, that terrible game.
Excellent.
That game that has
No,
critical acclaim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible was a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Tell me what you didn't like about it, Janny. You are the best at this.
It feels like a SNES game is probably a bit harsh. No, it does. It does feel like a 90s SNES game.
Are you insulting it just because it
Hang on.
has 2D hand-drawn sprites?
Hang on, Retro City Rampage was good, but this being a SNES game isn't. I'm confused.
No,
Johnny Logic.
I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just thought it was a bit poor, really. Half the time you don't really know what's going on. And unless you're someone like Johnny, it's probably a bit button mashing.
Well, I've never played it, but I did play Odin Sphere, which is another game that they made, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like Odin Sphere. I thought Odin Sphere was very, very pretty. The sprites were really, really nice, but the gameplay just didn't really gel with me. It was pretty slow and stuff. But I hear that Muramasa's pretty fast, so
Yeah, it's very fast. Combat's really fun, and obviously the graphics are really beautiful. It's got a... What do you mean?
Are they that beautiful? It's... I don't know.
Games are art, man. No, it's very nice. I don't know what you're on about.
I guess everyone has their own interpretation of artwork, right? If Janny doesn't think it looks good, it doesn't look good to him, man. Fair enough.
He's wrong, yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't say it was
but,
amazing.
like, you could go shit up a wall, right, and then just like throw hay in there and maybe put a dead pigeon on it, and that could be art, man. That
Yeah.
could be-
Someone's gonna like that.
Someone's gonna, yeah.
So that's so you didn't like Muramasa, basically, is what I'm taking. from
Yeah,
this.
but it's not my type of game anyway. But I don't like it. Apart from that, and a bit of Final Fantasy, that's it. Really.
Yeah. Well, whilst we're on Final Fantasy, where the fuck have my invites been this week, eh? Hey.
Fuck off! Look at your phone, bitch.
I've been trying to play
This is
some
an
Final
idea.
Fantasy this week, and where have you been, man? I managed to level up and get Dragoon and everything, and
I'm just
you're
level
nowhere,
32,
man.
And I need to run dungeon, yeah. So up yours.
All right, thanks. Oh god, Johnny, you can go next, man. We've been up to.
Not much, guys. Not much. I did. I think I told you this last week. I purchased Final Fantasy X HD for the Vita, and it just came today.
Did you start playing
So,
it?
no, it's still in the cellophane.
Oh, I thought you would have got excited like a little kid, man. That's what I do
I
whenever I,
really
get
did,
in a game.
but I've got
Terry.
too much college work to do at the moment. But once I got handed on Monday, and then once that's done, probably gonna play some Final Fantasy.
Don't show your hand. Don't show your age. College work. What do you want?
Oh shit! I mean my high-fluent job.
Gotta go, like, gonna go
By a
get
company
five
that
on
I'm
some glue
managing.
around the back of the shop.
I'm actually Jane Sainsbury's.
Oh
No.
my God.
Other than that, though, nothing really. To be honest.
Oh, lovely.
I think I played a little bit of PS4.
Have you?
Can't remember what it was.
I wouldn't feel bad. I haven't played my PS4 at all this week, so It's just sat there, waiting for something.
I was
good to
looking
come
at
along.
that, what's it called, Bound by Flame, and I stopped looking at it.
Yeah, that's generally the best thing to do, I suppose, with that game.
Yeah. So that's it. Sorry, guys.
That's all good. No worries, man. Jamie, talk to me.
Go on then. I think I've played a few things this week. Let's start with the one that Gianni hates, and let me talk to you about why it's good.
Which one?
So stick it to the
Which
man,
one is
right?
it? Okay.
Agree with Gianni last time before maybe. Yeah, time before. The podcast that actually made it out, the one where he was talking about stick it to the man. It's not a point and click. It's not as they've described it. But what it is a nice throwback to animation from the Nicktoons of the 90s in the shape of the likes of Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life. So there's a nice throwback to that, and there's a real appreciation for the art style and character design in that regard. But I think the thing that stands out for me is just the humour that shines through from reading minds within the game. So I don't know if you've played it any further, Gianni, than where you got to. From the sound of things, you played the tutorial, which is the first 10 minutes of the game, which won't get you very far and won't show you much. But once you get the power to read minds, it opens up the game. The stickers become a great puzzle element later on to get past guards within an area of the game. I think it opened up really nicely, and I think it got funnier and funnier as it went on.
Okay, where I got up to was I got to the mind reading bit, and I did the first couple of missions, and I couldn't tolerate it. I could not tolerate it anymore. I found the hand sticky thing the most irritatingly finicky thing I've ever come across. Like, you'd be hovering it over somebody's head, and it wouldn't snap, so you have to move him. But
right, if you're using the right analog stick, then yeah, there are issues with the control. But if you use the touchpad on the PS4 controller, much better game.
I just didn't find it funny. I'm sorry. I'm
cool.
not sorry. I found it was, and as I said, as a game, if you're gonna label something as a genre and you're gonna call it a point and click, make sure it's a point and fucking click.
Yeah.
I think that's what burns you the most, man.
No, because I had a lot of hate for the game anyway beforehand, and I did. I do get what you mean about appreciating the art style and all that. That was a bit different, but for me, there's too much wrong with it, and it's got too much love in the press.
Jenny,
and
I think you read the thing for it, and you saw it said point and click, and you thought to yourself, I fucking love point and click, so this is going to be a good fucking scratch of the itch. And then it wasn't, and you were like, that wasn't a point and click. Fuck this game.
No. What happened was I downloaded it, I started playing it, and I was like, I don't really get this game. And then I was like, well, maybe there's something about it I'm missing. And so I started reading some reviews, which I don't tend to do at the start. And then I was getting more and more pissed off of all these, so-called game experts liking it, as I said last time, liking it to point and click.
Those game experts.
Like Tim Schafer games and stuff. And I'm like, but it's not. The humour is not. It wasn't clever. None of the humour was in any shape or form clever. It was very. It was
all subjective, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just found the humour a bit childish, but not in a good way. Damn it.
Right. Best thing for this, I need you guys to this isn't about leveling the playing field or trying to get the general gauge. I just would like to get an opinion. If you guys could download it, it is free this month. So have a look at it and see what you think about the humour. Because I think, like I said, once you unlock the mind reading ability, that's where the humour comes in. And it might just be that it's not the humour for Gianni by the sounds of things. But for me, I was pissing myself throughout the whole game. So there we go. I mean, it's just going to be the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes,
all right,
cool.
The other thing that I played, Blood Dragon. I finally got around to it because it's actually on sale at the moment. So I picked it up really cheap, like £4 or something. I've nearly finished it because it is only a short game. But I think the biggest problem the game has is also one of its highlighted strong points, in that it relies too heavily on that blistering contrast. The screen itself is supposed to, it's like an artistic style, but it hurts my eyes so much. And I can't change it up too much. Like, from the in-game setting menu, I can't change it too much to affect it, so you have to start fiddling with your own TV settings. And it's really hurt my eyes this week.
Because I'm
Could you
playing
explain
it.
a
Well,
bit
I've
more?
got it. Carry on.
I was just going to ask if you could explain a bit more about the game, because I don't actually know anything about it.
Right, so Far Cry 3, I'm just going to put it out there and say it's the best first-person shooter campaign since GoldenEye, right? Without a doubt. It's a fantastic game. So take that engine and take that game for how you know it controls.
GoldenEye had a campaign? What the
Yes,
fuck?
it did.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't remember it. All I remember
It
is
was
the
a
multiplayer. How
Right,
are you
name
going to
some
say
other
it's...
good-
I owned GoldenEye as well, so I don't know how you can be like, it's the best campaign since GoldenEye. I don't even
It's a really
fucking
good
remember
campaign.
GoldenEye's campaign.
Oh, crap. Right,
But-
anyway.
Yeah, but your historical gaming.
I'm
is
with you,
just
Jamie.
horrendous.
I know, right? Should we just carry on?
Although I haven't played Far Cry 3.
One-on-one
so I can't
sessions
say.
with Johnny, right?
Yeah.
But right, so
I get it.
the idea of Blood Dragon then is they just took the Far Cry game, laid over an 80s action movie, and just took the piss out of itself. It's all just full-blown jokes. It's all just 80s muscle man action film. Like, it's gone. It's whacked. The best thing about this, though, is literally from the title Blood Dragon. It's about these giant blood dragons that roam the map as well. So they can't see you if you're crouched and sneaking around, but they are very dangerous when they're on the attack, and you can get them to attack terminuses, so you can take down flag points and use them to your advantage, but they might turn on you a bit as well. Really, really nice addition to the game, I think.
Is it,
Because like I said, Far Cry's great. The new one.
is it a spoof then? Like what's
I would
that
say
called?
homage
Mac
might
Hazard?
be a better word. for
Yeah,
the
it's
80s.
a tribute to 80s action movies is
Right,
the best
okay.
way to put it. And at the moment, it's only £4 something on PlayStation Plus. And if you were on PlayStation Plus recently, you would have got Far Cry 3 as a free game anyway as well. You don't have to play that to play this, but it helps to know the control system.
Yeah.
And because Far Cry 2, I can't stand it. I can't play that at all. But Far Cry 3 came out, gave it a good go, and I got into it, and I found myself just getting really immersed, taking down every checkpoint, taking down all the different animals.
Yeah, same here.
Really, really enjoyed that as a sandbox game as well. Fantastic. Getting on a
Awesome,
little
man.
quad bike, riding around the
Attacked by an alligator from nowhere.
yeah, wild alligator. This one's got like robotic sharks and crocodiles and stuff. But yeah, definitely. I mean, Johnny, like at least check out a trailer for it because it is just one big laugh at itself.
Is this
Yeah.
a PS3 game? Is it?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay. There lies my problem.
Yeah, fuck. All right, so just check out a trailer, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll check it out when I can.
But yeah,
Is that you?
that'll do. Go on.
Oh, you could have gone on longer, man, because I ain't going to say anything, really.
Oh, you
I haven't really been doing anything this week, guys.
Do you want to talk about what we watched last night?
The
then?
weather's been fairly nice. No, we can talk about that as well. Let me tell you about this little anime I found. Right?
Oh, for fuck's
Let me
sake.
tell you about this anime I found called Comic Artist and Apprentice. You should check out Comic Artist and Apprentice.
Sounds like
What I
Batman.
expected you to say, actually.
Huh? It's about a manga artist who and his apprentices, basically. Simple as that. Little 10-minute episodes. It's airing at the moment. It just makes me laugh, man. His
What about
manga's
that other
failing. His manga's failing because it's a romantic comedy, but all he does is draw women in their pants. Or he loves drawing pants.
How the
So-
fuck is that failing in Japan?
What? Because they want more, man.
Oh,
So
they're
it's-
too old, you say. They're adult women.
What? Yeah, that as well. Even
Right.
though I guess there is some lolly in it as well. But don't worry about that. Check out the show. It's awesome. It's really fucking funny. It's set up like one-shot comics. So like there's like a load of different segments in each 10-minute episode that are kind of disjointed, but they're all like just for a joke. It's good, man. Really funny. And last night, Jay and I stayed up till 2 a.m. to live stream the Arrow season finale. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're in the UK and it was airing in America, so we had to stay up late, and it was fucking awesome.
You can't spoil it.
No spoilers, but Arrow is such a good show, and the Flash
Arrow's
trailer,
pretty cool.
the Flash
Right,
trailer that
yeah.
just dropped today, even though this probably ruining something for James Flash news, I guess. It looks so good, so good. I tried to get you guys to watch it first, but Jamie, what do you think of the trailer, man?
Like I was saying to you off the podcast there, I'm not too sure about the start of the trailer. The bit they talked about when he was on Arrow as well. I don't want to give anything away because Johnny still needs to see that part of season 2 of The Flash in there. But with Barry Scott, the Sillet Bang man, comes to Starling City and fights crime, wipes dirt out for good.
Also, I like that there's a reason behind him wearing the suit. I know it's probably that way in the comics as well. I've never read any Flash comics because I haven't really been a fan of the character. But when they display the suit in the trailer and they're like, you know, it causes no friction and stuff so that he can run super fast in it. Oh my god. It makes it not cheesy. It has relevance other than just being an iconic suit. Oh, it looks good.
It doesn't cause any friction when he runs.
Yeah, the suit, it's like a non-fric. It's made of a material that doesn't cause friction, so that he can like run super fast and it doesn't get hot or anything, or erode away like normal clothes would.
For his pleasure.
That's a lot of loot.
I'm sure they did that in The Incredibles.
I think they did, yeah, with the kids' clothing.
Yeah.
So it's basically incredible.
Whatever, man. I'm excited. I've watched that trailer like 5 times before we even started recording. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Screw it. Let's move on to the main event then of this podcast, or one of the main events, which is James' E3 rumour game.
Okay, so E3 this year, the floor will open up to the public from the 10th to the 12th. But on Monday the 9th, that's when the shit hits, like goes down really then. So 9 a.m. on their local time, and I've tried to work out what ours is going to be. It's going to be like 8 hours later, so we're going to get it like 5 in the afternoon then, right? That's going to be the Microsoft press conference on the Monday.
Yeah.
EA will be local time 12 o'clock, Ubisoft 3 o'clock, Sony at 6, and that's like 2 a.m. to us. And then the Nintendo Digital event will be Tuesday the 10th at 9 a.m. for their time. So again, we won't get it till the afternoon. So just wanted to put those in there first, so we've got them, so we know what's going on, right?
So it's all scheduled in.
Yeah, so they've got everything, and there's obviously been a lot of rumours flying around about what's going to be on the show. So it got me around to this game for this year, because last year we played the dream reveals and likely reveals, and when Gianni did 3 weeks in a row of the same dream reveal, I thought it was time I come up with a new game this year. Right?
So gold.
The idea this year is that we have 4 weeks of podcast remaining before E3. Each week I'll list 6 different rumours that I've either come up with or I've just seen little, whispers of on the internet. It's a dark world and all that. Right, and basically the idea is then you guess, you tell me if you think, yes, it's going to be revealed, no, it won't be revealed, or if you're kind of on the fence and just think, man, maybe it will. Not too strong of an opinion either way. If you guess yes and it's correct, and you guess no and it's correct, you get 2 points either way.
Sweet.
If you sit on the fence about it and then it does get revealed, you'll only get the 1 point.
Also,
And you get piles.
And you get the what?
And you get piles. Moving on.
Piles on the fence.
fucking. Where did that come from, Danny? What the fuck?
Might get a new
Move
best
on,
friend.
Jamie.
Right, anyway. So let's lay down 6 rumours for this week, and I've got my little spreadsheet ready to fill it in. I'm going to go in the order of Johnny, Gianni, Ben.
Alright, do it.
Okay.
So, first one. Zelda U, I think we pretty much know it's going to be coming to E3 this year in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Do we think it is going to get a spring 2015 release announced at E3 this year? You saying yes, are you?
Yes.
Gianni?
Yes.
Ben?
Nope.
You don't think it'll get a spring release?
I think we're more likely to see a holiday release
This year or next year?
next year.
You crazy fool! What are you on? Right, anyway, I'm not playing. Let me move on. Right.
You're not playing?
No, because these are my rumours, so it'd be a bit...
Oh, right.
It's going to be weird. Right. Next one. So, Media Molecule.
Yeah.
I think they will announce a Project Morpheus game at E3.
No.
No? Gianni?
Well, I'm just trying to think who Media Molecule are, but I'm going to go yes.
Little Big Planet.
Big Planet.
Yes. Yes.
Ben?
I actually think they'll show at least a tech demo, so I'm going to go yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. In any shape or form, if they have a game that's a Project Morpheus title, then that gets you the point. Right. I think Quantum Break, when they show it off on stage, I think it's going to be revealed to be part of a trilogy of games.
No.
Danny?
No.
Ben?
I think it'll be announced as a trilogy, but I don't know whether it will actually turn out to be a trilogy.
So was that a yes or a maybe?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool.
No, fuck it, that's a maybe.
No,
That's a
fuck it, I'm
maybe.
sitting on the fence.
Nope, I'm sitting on the fence. It could go either way.
Okay, nice and simple. I think Rise 2 will get announced this year.
No.
No.
Jan? No? Ben?
No, I don't think it will either. I think probably next E3 we'll see a Rise 2.
Yeah.
You really think there'll be a Rise 2?
There will be a
Rise
Rise
sold
2.
well, man.
Yeah, but only because it's one of the. Oh, it's not worth the discussion.
Well, Resistance
It is in a way.
Resistance managed to get a load of sequels, and the Resistance 1 wasn't good at all. Man.
Yeah, but that's because it was one of the few games you could actually buy, and that's what.
You're
actually
answering
maybe-
your own question. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
spell this out for you any better, man.
Yeah, but surely now people will realise how shit it actually is, and be like,
No, because it can get better. It wasn't terrible either.
Yeah, I
Games
heard it
don't
wasn't
have to be
terrible.
good to sell well, do they?
Take Resistance 1, for example.
It's got potential.
Fucking
Anyway.
Goat Simulator.
Wait,
Right.
can you... Oh, wait. No. Joking.
Naughty Dog will show off some Uncharted 4 gameplay.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100% on that one.
Gameplay, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And Microsoft will reveal a console exclusive of Crackdown 3.
No.
I'm going to go yes.
Yes!
I'm also going to
Yeah.
say yes.
Yeah?
I think
Yeah.
they need to.
Cool.
I've totally won this.
You reckon this week? Who won last year again? I can't remember.
It was Johnny.
I
It
think
was Johnny.
yeah.
Yeah, that Johnny guy, man. Fucking hell. Right, I've saved that document. I've got some rumours for next week and the week after and the week after. I'm just fingers crossed that they don't reveal them. As this week, I had to
Get
change
leaked.
one already because I put down on here Far Cry 4 to be revealed, and they've only gone and bloody revealed it today. So I had to fucking change everything, didn't I?
I would have
Never
gone
mind.
with yes. Do I get points?
You what? Sorry?
I would have gone with yes. So do I get points?
Oh, I don't know. Only if you said Alan Wake 2 as a dream reveal again.
The dream lives on.
I want Alan
Yeah.
Wake 2 so bad,
Yeah, me too.
guys. I remember
Right.
playing through that game for the first time. It's fucking magical.
Can we not load up the podcast with any more Alan Wake 2? Or Alan Wake full stop?
But why? Why does the world not want more Alan Wake? Alan Wake was good.
I want
Then
that
can the
and
background
also
on
the
YouTube just be Alan Wake 2? Like, well, no, an Alan Wake background.
Just Alan Wake 2, can I have it?
Yeah.
The whole time.
That's the
The
hell.
whole time.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Okay, cool.
That's our new campaign. We're gonna fucking strive to make Alan Wake 2 happen.
Let's
Yeah.
make it a hashtag. Because that's what happens with campaigns.
Make Wake.
Make
but
Wake.
yeah,
Oh my god,
Say-
he's done
play
it.
along at home.
Save our Wake.
Hashtag
Play
Make
along
Wake.
at home, yeah. Telling people play along at home, get involved in the game.
Yeah.
Let's
4 weeks, 6 rumours each week. I'd like to see. Anything of those rumours though that you. I mean, Johnny, you're a massive Little Big Planet fan. Would you want to see them do a Project Morpheus game, or are you not bothered?
No, I just want to release a PS4 Little Planet game. That's
So
all.
no Project Morpheus.
Yeah, no Project Morpheus.
Speaking of that, though, won't it be a bit stale? I mean,
wait.
sure,
What?
Little Big
How-
Planet.
Oh, a new Little Big Planet.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I would like
just
it
for
to be
PS4.
yeah, just like a 3D, possibly using the camera, maybe, I guess. But I'd like to just see like a proper 3D world of the planet. So instead of just being on a 2D plane, it'd be more of a 3D.
I
think
get-
the PS4
I get the
plane
feeling that Media Molecule really don't want to work on Little Big Planet anymore, though.
Yeah, I get that impression as well.
'Cause, to be fair, I'm not sure I'd want another one. What would they do with the franchise that they haven't already done?
It's true, man. I feel like Little Big Planet 2 was like maybe the tip, like the top of that idea, and then Little Big Planet Vita just added in the touch controls to add another element to it.
But I'd like
where
to see it
can
on
you
the
go from there?
PS4 because I kind of want to go back and play it, and you know, you just do more stuff on the PS4, make
You
it look
could,
even
you
nicer.
could go back
than
and play Little Big Planet 2 with Sony's new service that I forgot the name of, PlayStation Now.
yeah,
That's
but
happening soon, isn't it?
It is happening soon.
It was touted for the summer.
I'm very interested to see how it plays out because it could mean me getting rid of my PS3. So hopefully they have a decent catalogue. I think they've said that there's going to be 200 titles on there at launch, which is
Nice.
pretty damn good, man.
I'd just be happy if you put your PlayStation 4 somewhere you could actually play it with us.
I can't help it. It looks so good on the big TV in the living room. I don't want to take it away from there.
It's no good if you never play it. Oh, it looks amazing. Look at it collecting dust down there.
Let's move on to the other major talking point then.
It's like locking your children up in the basement and never having kids with them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Right.
Where did that fucking come from? Oh, fuck me, man. The Xbox is getting a price cut. The Xbox One. It's going down to It's going down to $399. It does not have the Kinect. So
it's not a price cut. They're taking away hardware from it.
Well,
You're right, it's not a price
they're
cut.
removing.
It's not a price cut.
It's £80 cheaper over here. When the Connect 1 came out, it was £130 for that as a standalone. Wasn't it? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. £129.99 it was.
I don't know. Let's ask anyone who bought one of those bundles.
So, I mean, if they took it down to £300, that would have been more in line with what the hardware was worth then, I'd imagine, if this was a Connect 2 rather than a Connect 1. That makes no sense. But anyway, it's strategic timing because it's going to take place, like, you can get that from June 6th, just in time for, like, E3 week. So I don't know what they're going to be doing there. I guess that's it for price cuts now, though, until Christmas.
Yeah, let's not mince words though, guys. It is going to be the same price as the PlayStation 4. The price difference was a big advantage that the PlayStation 4 had over the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Without that price difference, we're going to see a paradigm shift.
Yeah, but
Well, I think that needs to happen. Because at the moment, the PS4 is just wiping the floor, isn't it?
Yeah,
hang
it's
on,
like
guys. There's something we're missing here already, and this is one thing that strikes me as why it's been such big news. Because don't forget, they already cut the price of the Xbox One, and now they've had to remove the Kinect to make it even cheaper. Sony haven't reduced the price of the console yet. They've got a price drop coming up. And also, what's so great now about the Xbox that the Kinect's been taken away? That's what they sold it on at E3 last year. They said everything was Kinect based, and they said that every Xbox would have one. Now they've taken that away. You've got an underpowered console compared to PS4.
Apparently, because it doesn't have to run the Kinect, there's a lot more processing power freed up.
Yeah, this is what
they're saying.
Yeah.
So
what you have to remember is there's a new man in charge, and that can make major changes just there. Like, he might not have agreed with what they were doing this time last year, so if he wants to say fuck it.
Also, the way PR are spinning it right now, they're spinning it as in, like, the Xbox One's been out for a while, we've been listening to your feedback, and we've heard that you want a SKU that doesn't have the Kinect, so here it is, we're bringing it out for you. That's good. That's how I would spin it if I was in their PR department. Definitely.
Yeah, I just don't know. Alright, take both consoles at face value. So they've both been released at the moment, right? And their launch titles are the Infamous and Forza, the exclusives that are out. Which one would you buy at this point? If they had both just been released, and those were its launch
and they're both
games,
the exact same price.
They're both the same price.
I'd buy the Xbox One.
We know exactly what they both can do.
Straight up, I'd buy the Xbox One, man. Titanfall, Dead Rising, and stuff. If they're exactly the same price, Infamous was fucking an awesome game, but Infamous has been the only game that I've really, really super enjoyed. Like, the only AAA game that I've really enjoyed since launch has been Infamous.
But didn't you say that you weren't interested in Dead Rising because it looked too open world or something?
Of course I'm gonna bitch about Dead Rising. I'm a massive Dead Rising fan. Wouldn't fucking stop me buying it. You best believe I'd own it if it was out on PlayStation right now. Fans are the ones that always bitch the most. I'd have been playing the shit out of that game if I had the console.
To be fair, you have bought every iteration of Final Fantasy 13, so yeah, okay.
No, in my defense, I did not buy Lightning Returns. I was hyped for it. I was gonna buy Lightning Returns, but then I held off at the last minute just to check my sort of trusted review sources out, and everybody said it was shit. So I was like, nope.
Okay. Jamie, what about you then?
I swung round to the PlayStation at the end of the last generation. I think so. I could kind of just continue that. To be honest, like I started strong with the 360 when it launched, but then over time I kind of got over my hatred for the control pad on the PlayStation and started to get more involved with their exclusives. I think they win the exclusive game. I know that's not to say what's out now for this console, but in terms of exclusives, I just think Sony, they've got better reasons to own their console with their exclusives. I think.
That's
for me.
That's fine. That was
Well,
that's
I'm
why
going to go ahead and agree with you. I think that Sony's exclusives are better, personally.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted and Last of Us, like Naughty Dog, basically is a reason to own a Sony console. Just that studio being exclusive to Sony is a reason to own a PlayStation. But as of right now, there's no Naughty Dog content on the PlayStation 4. I mean, we're getting a remastered Last of Us soon, which I'm going to buy, and hopefully love it again, and actually play some multiplayer this time. But that is just a re-release of something I played last year, man. So,
but I think a strong thing, and you're right to be cautious. Like, you shouldn't buy a console on promises. You should buy a console on what you've got the option to have. And for me, owning an Xbox One is kind of reliant right now on a Crackdown 3 release. Like, when that's out, if it looks good, Crackdown 1's one of my favourite games, and that would be a real reason for me to own an Xbox One. I made a mistake with the Wii U. I bought it on promises. You know, and where are they?
Mario
Kart 8's coming.
they're coming, man. The Zeldas are coming. They're going to be great.
Mario
Mario
Kart's
Kart 8 looks fantastic.
It does.
Good reviews
It
as well.
looks so
such
good.
glowing reviews, and
Yeah.
an interesting thing. All right, it's not that interesting. But the Wii U, the Xbox One has sold less consoles at the moment than the Wii U. Now I know the difference in time between the two, but if Nintendo was to suddenly get their shit together and came out with some heavy hitters, I think Microsoft could be a little bit worried.
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it, man.
You think?
Yeah, Nintendo know they've done goofed with the Wii U, man.
They'll hit their hardcore audience. They'll get some of them back, but I don't think they'll create. It will never see the same turnover of a generation of olders playing Brain Training. We'll never see the family titles in Asda the way we did before. Yeah, we're not going to see that.
The major problem, and everyone was saying it from the start, and it's true. The problem with the Wii U is that they released a piece of hardware that was running on like the equivalent of 8-year-old specs at that point. Like at the end of a console life cycle where we were just about to transition into a new generation of consoles, in a position where if you're making something for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, you can't just port it to the Wii U because it doesn't have the horsepower to do it. They were immediately counting themselves out of getting cross-platform games, just like they did last gen with the Wii. Like where were the cross-platform games? They just weren't getting them because it wasn't feasible, man. And they did the same thing again. Now it seems like they've learned from this because they've been talking a lot of good shit recently, saying that they're already into the design phase of their next piece of hardware. So you would hope that the next one they release is on par with the other consoles that are out at the moment, and then they will get some of these cross-platform games, and it will be more of an open playing field. But as it stands now, they're solely relying
with Wii U titles as well, because they have to bring it out pretty soon. And
there would have to be some backwards compatibility there, but right now, Nintendo are rolling just on their own first-party titles. They're relying on that. And I think that's the audience that's there. Like, the consoles that they've sold, that is their first-party audience. But to grow the base any further, there has to be a third-party audience as well.
It's a bit of a big call, though, to ask them to not only surpass the Wii U, but to match the PS4 and the Xbox One whilst it's... I don't see how they're going to get that console out in time to be even relevant to this generation. So what that questions is, will they go higher spec? But I think that's too big of a jump. So I'm not sure what
the problem
a new
is,
console
right?
is going to do.
You can't have a 1.5 step. It won't work. Like you have to follow the trend of the generation. I mean, every time we've seen a 1.5 step, it's failed. The Dreamcast is the biggest one that I can think of.
3DO.
Yeah, I mean, going back through the history of gaming, it always happens. if somebody tries to push forward a half step in a console generation, it's going to fail because people will stick to what they can get everything on and then wait for that generation to end and move into the next one where everything's going to be available on everything. It's game library is everything, man. And if games aren't coming to your system, then people aren't going to come to your system either.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get onto Nintendo?
We still need to hear what Johnny would buy.
Yeah, that's true,
Oh.
Johnny.
PS4, without a doubt. I really enjoyed like the shift that Sony made, and they really learned from the PS3 and understood that they made a lot of mistakes, and the online was no good, and they really looked around to see, what Xbox was doing and what made them so popular. And Mark Cerny, isn't it? He's the guy who sort of helped make the PS4. And I think, it was a good change.
You do know, but you do remember the original question, yeah? We're saying if these consoles were released now, with the systems the way they are now and the libraries they have now at the same price, you would still pick PS4.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, definitely.
And you have a Vita as well, don't forget. And I think that's the other thing. And you have a Vita as well at the moment. So the crossplay and everything of that, is really good as well. But no, without a doubt, I'd pick the. I mean, even just the simple fact of the Xbox, Microsoft saying what they were saying before, and like going back on that, you sort of.
Yeah, but we're not.
Time last year.
We're not looking at the companies or their practices. We're simply looking at the hardware.
So just
and
the consoles, just now.
Just
the PS4.
just the hardware and the libraries that they currently have.
Yeah, it'd definitely just be the PS4 for me.
Shut up, Ben. It's 3-1.
All right, I'll admit defeat on this one, but
The
Dead Rising and Titanfall, I'm so jealous that they are only on Xbox, man.
But Titanfall hasn't exactly lit up the gaming industry at all.
Titanfall
I
is
think it's been a bit
fucking
lukewarm.
awesome.
Plus,
man.
I take your comments about Titanfall if you actually made an effort to come and play some Killzone, because then I'd see that you were in the market for first-person shooters.
Killzone's not
Maybe.
Titanfall, though.
Yeah, but it's a fucking first-person shooter online game.
I haven't
Tons of Battlefield.
I haven't played anything good recently. I burned out on Battlefield quick, really quick. I played Battlefield for all of 3 days, and then I was burnt out. I think because it was so similar to Battlefield 3.
It is very similar. They need to do something special with Battlefield 5. That might be fun. They're going to announce that, aren't they, at E3?
Well, yeah, they said that it was going to go to an annual franchise or a biannual franchise, didn't they? So
Right. We'll see
I
how
thought
that
it was.
goes.
I don't know much about it.
there was a massive gap between Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, but it was now because of the reception it had, so they sort of went back.
Battlefield 2 was massive
Right.
on PC, man. It had a huge community.
Yeah, but not on the console.
That's true. But I mean, I think it was that Battlefield 2 was actually designed with PC in mind rather than
Yeah.
which is why there was quite a big sort of uproar about Battlefield 3 when people were saying, "Oh, they've toned it down and stuff." When really they just made it more accessible, which is absolutely fine, man.
I mean, really, all they did was make it more COD like.
I don't feel like they did, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, so this has all stemmed from the Xbox price reduction. So am I the only one thinking that there's going to be a massive spike in sales for them after this?
Yes.
I
mean-
think it will even out a bit, yeah.
No, I don't think
admittedly-
it would.
Admittedly, in the UK, it's not that great of a deal because if you look around, you can find yourself the Xbox One with Kinect and Titanfall bundle for about £380-390. So just getting the console on its own with no game and no Kinect for $350 isn't that great.
It's not good enough, is it?
My honest opinion is I think Microsoft have brought in this change too soon after the last price cut, and come November, they're not in the news about having this new low price console.
Well, I mean, we should
Come
probably
September
point
to
out
November.
we should probably point out that the previous price cut was at the retail level. It wasn't an official Microsoft price cut. The price cut they had before didn't come from Microsoft, I don't believe.
I thought it did because everyone's. I could be wrong, but I sort of assumed it did because everybody was doing it at the same time, and it seemed a bit. I don't know.
Because it
But-
went from 430 to 400, right? But I'm fairly sure that was at the retail level, not from Microsoft.
Okay.
Because some people were selling it even cheaper than that. And that was just because it stalled at the beginning. It didn't sell what they thought it was going to. But I'm fairly sure this is the first official price drop. which is why it's sort of a big deal and it's making news and stuff.
But I wouldn't. My point anyway is I wouldn't be so deluded to think that a price drop at this stage of the year is going to make everybody go out and buy an Xbox One. When you think about what's coming up in November time, with the big heavy hitters like your Assassin's Creed, your Call of Duties, your FIFAs, they're not coming out till later on in the year, so the hype isn't there at the moment.
Well, the price cut can be set now, and then it puts them in a good position to negotiate hard bundles towards Christmas. So you could get some sort of some FIFA bundles and stuff like that, like hard bundle together at Christmas with the new price point in place and a discount on the game, and it will look a lot nicer.
But you can still negotiate prices. But my point is, behind the scenes, they could have easily done that and then had it all banked come September time, and then sold the console, which is as far as I'm concerned, is what makes more sense from a business point of view. Because I'm telling you now, this is sort of, we're coming up to the graveyard of games and consoles. This is summertime is when after E3 it all dies down a bit, sales drop, nobody really cares. Even we're struggling to play new games at the moment.
Speak for yourself.
It's because Watch Dogs isn't out yet.
Well, yeah, but that's going to be the last big game until the all.
Right. Well, there you go then. So with Watch Dogs coming out, that's going to be a game that shifts people over to this generation. So they've now lowered their console just enough in time for that game coming out, because they'll do a bundle with that, and it looks a bit more inviting for a first buyer now. But you're thinking from a perspective of people who would have already bought it at like November time, and now they're maybe a bit pissed off with the price cut. But you got to think that Watch Dogs will be a reason for people to jump over to a new console now. So yeah, they've got the price down.
Look, well, my argument is I don't think you're going to see the Xbox One light up sales figures at the moment. It'll put them on a more level playing field, but I can't see them overtaking like for like sales against the PS4.
But then from a business point of view, do you want to be behind or do you want to be a level playing field?
Well,
if you can't have better than, then you at least want level with for now.
They just need to catch up a little bit.
Because they've got E3 to try and put the pegs back under them and get up again, you know. There's plenty of time this year before, like you talk about the big hitters at Christmas. Come that time, they'll have a sound business plan in place, and they should know what they're doing. I think now it's just a case of getting a few buckets worth of water out of the ship.
What else could they backtrack on? No, that's harsh. The good news though for Microsoft as well, or I should say the gamers who are on Xbox Live, they've actually got some decent games. Even though Gold is still a little bit behind, they've got some okay games at the moment on this one.
What are they?
They had shit. Wish I looked at this.
From next month as well, you get Xbox One games.
Yeah.
You thinking of Super Time Force? No,
they had
just me.
Dark Souls. Dark Souls is one of them.
Oh wow!
Of it. Is it Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls was on their games for Windows, like the games for Gold, or whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's not they're
catching up.
starting to catch up, but they're still old games.
Slow progress, but
but yeah, it's promising.
I don't know if I dreamt it or if they said it, but something about like you picking an Xbox One game of choice from, I don't know. I was probably dreaming it, but then like
Probably
my dream,
really going to catch up.
I saw the new Turtles film in my dream as well, and it was brilliant. So don't worry, guys, I've got this.
it's all lies.
One other thing we need to mention then, whilst we're talking about the price cut, is the fact that they've removed the paywall that was on their apps. So you no longer have to be a Gold member to access sort of Netflix and stuff like that. That's all available just on the console. So as long as you have a Netflix subscription, you don't have to have Gold to use it on your console as well.
Makes
Good.
sense.
Yeah,
Should have been like that at the start, but yeah.
it's true.
But
But
they're giving refunds as well to people who apparently, I don't know how they're going to. I think they've just opened up to refunds for if you want to cancel your Xbox Live membership, and they'll refund it as well because of this.
which is a nice gesture.
But it's a bit of a bizarre one, because if you're stupid enough to pay for Xbox Live just to watch Netflix on your Xbox, I can't believe that there'll be that many people who don't have access to a phone, a laptop,
It's
or
going to be a small percentage. That's
I
probably
think you'd be
why they're doing it.
surprised, man, about the amount of people that just use their sort of Xbox and Netflix and stuff. especially in the States, man, because they're
Would you actually pay 40 quid just to watch it on your Xbox plus the whatever it is, £6 a month?
well,
would
that
you?
that could have been the primary reason why they got Xbox Live Gold, and gaming is just sort of gravy to it, man. So
What if they don't have like a TiVo box or something? Or any other console?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's nobody out there that doesn't have access to a laptop or smartphone or whatever, or somebody who wants to watch it on a big screen. But I fail to believe that there's that many amount of people that there's such an uproar about it. Everyone went out and bought Xbox Ones, hoping just for Netflix. That's totally beyond me. Or watch YouTube videos or whatever.
well, they'd be using it as a media center. Everything would be running through the Xbox. I mean, they pushed it as a media center when it first came out, man. So I'd be surprised if there wasn't a fairly sizable number of people that bought it for that.
But don't get me wrong, I'm not attacking Microsoft for it, even though I think that it was a bit. I don't know how they've been so blind to that, having it behind the paywall. But I honestly think this is just a campaign created by maybe someone like me online. And that's why they felt the need to do the refund. It just seems, I don't know, to me it just seems a bit bizarre.
I mean, regardless of how people are taking it, it is a nice gesture for them to do.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not, I'm not denying that. It's a really nice gesture, but I didn't understand. Normally that sort of thing would come from a bit of an uproar, like I don't know, Red Ring of Death, for example, or something like that. That just confused me a bit. They didn't have to do it.
yeah. All right. Well, I think we've rambled on about this enough. Xbox One is going to be $399, £349, very soon. So if you've been on the fence because you didn't want Kinect or you didn't want to pay more than you paid for your PS4, now would be a time to look at getting an Xbox One, I guess.
Something like that.
Something like that. Let's move on to Flash News.
Oh, Flash news, man. I wasn't going to talk about the Flash TV trailer thingy, but yeah, like you mentioned earlier, we watched the Arrow season finale last night, and within that, they put the 1-minute teaser, which was very, very camp. I don't know what to say about that. But then the 5-minute reveal thingy that came out today, brilliant. Go watch that. If you're a fan of Arrow, then it'll be for you, definitely. And if you're a fan of Civet Bang, it's going to be for you as well. But yeah, so I wasn't going to talk about it, so there you go, put it in there. Right, Naughty Dog, they're struggling to fit The Last of Us Remastered onto a PlayStation 4 disc.
Yeah, I cannot believe that.
That is incredible, because they're making such improved WoW, right? They're changing, they're putting so much extra textures and everything. Everything's bumped right up, and it's struggling to fit on a PlayStation 4 disc.
Do you know what usually
Like
takes up the
HD,
space?
That's wow.
Audio, man, uncompressed audio.
Yeah.
They just need to compress it down a bit. Who gives
lick
a fuck
your
about
lips
audio as
at that
long
one,
as it's pretty, eh?
That's
Sounds
it.
like
Hire
pretty.
Ben. He'll sort all your problems out. Naughty Dog. Fucking hell. Look at that. He solved it within seconds.
Adam Page 8-bit audio. Right. The real reason behind the PlayStation 4 light bar has been kept secret until now, and it was to do with Project Morpheus, right? So it's all about tracking and stuff with that. And nothing really major there. I just thought I'd say hello, Project Morpheus again. Are you guys interested in Project Morpheus, by the way?
If it works.
Yeah, cautiously.
Yeah. You should be
mean,
optimistic, right?
I
Without
like-
getting a boner.
I like the stuff that's been
I'm
done with the
excited.
Oculus Rift, but at the moment, Oculus is still kind of a gimmick. It's not something that I would actively choose for my games.
I think it's like when Kinect was released. You're sort of thinking, it's a cool idea. Will I purchase it? Probably not. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It could be quite cool.
I was going to put in some reference to the Lawnmower Man then, but I think we're probably a bit too young for that film.
I saw Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man was a
gonna
cracking
mention-
film.
If you go to buy it and Pierce Brosnan's the one working behind the counter, don't buy it, sort of thing. But I think we're probably a little bit too young for that film. Right. EA, well, they've confirmed they're taking a gap year for Need for Speed.
Gap year.
Because they want to get it right, yeah. Gap year. So there is no Need for Speed for like the first time in forever, Tom. In forever.
Christ.
It's
Probably
gonna,
since they took over it.
yeah. It's had an annual release.
Are they going to come back with Need for Speed Underground? Because that's all I really want them to make.
No,
They
they'll
could
come
just
back
watch
with
the
Need for
movie
Speed
that came out,
Paradise.
couldn't they?
Oh God, no, I'm not going to watch that. Just leave it
Horrendous.
alone. Yeah, I know. I do enjoy Need for Speed games, but let's face it, just load up Burnout Paradise and you've got the best driving game you've ever
Yeah.
played.
That's
Right
what it
there.
boils down to, isn't it?
Go back and play Need for Speed Underground 2 because that's the best one they've ever made.
That was a PS2 one, wasn't it?
And Xbox and GameCube.
Yeah, that was that generation. Right. I'm guessing you guys have seen it. I don't know how much people care about it. I care about it a lot, though. Let's talk about Ben Affleck in his Batman outfit.
Yes, let's.
Because that, to me, looks fantastic. It's very Dark Knight Returns, very Frank Miller. And I'm looking forward to this now, like, even more so. Like, I think the suit is working. Everybody's been kicking off about how it makes him look beefy, and he's not. And then some pictures have come out today of him actually beefed up in his normal attire. So I like the look of it. I don't know what you guys think.
You're going to get live reaction because I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the Batfleck?
No, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on.
Go on then. Live reaction. Come on.
I'm also waiting for that. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think I quite like it. I don't have a problem with Ben Affleck as such. Yeah, why not?
I think we'll get this now, and then we'll probably get like a Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman soon. And I think the one that's going to cause the most issue is going to be Jesse Eisenberg's Luthor now, isn't it? See what
Not
they
Matt
do.
Damon's Robin.
Or or Michael Cera's Joker. Well, Ben, is your internet loading it?
I found some pictures, but I don't feel like they're the right ones. Does he not have his cowl on?
No, right, okay, I'm going to find that for you. But while
Just go on Facebook.
I've got a picture of Ben Affleck in a bat suit, but he doesn't have the cowl on.
You've probably seen something photoshopped.
Yeah,
Well, this is
probably.
doing great for the podcast.
Whatever, man.
Right.
It doesn't matter because
Flash news.
I think Ben Affleck. I always thought Ben Affleck would do a good job in the role. So whether the Batman
He
suit
is hench
looks
now.
like
Have you seen
fucking-
that photo?
Dark Knight
Him
or
in
whether
the
it looks
t-shirt.
like campy Adam West Batman, it will probably be good.
Well, if there was another Adam West Batman, I'm on that.
Adam West. Anyway, and also then a couple of weeks ago I said about how Channing Tatum was the we'd love to have him for Gambit role. He's been confirmed at the X-Men premiere this week as playing Gambit now. It kind of makes sense, I guess. He'll know the role, he knows the sort of character. He's from that sort of like area. He's deep South America, he is. So he's I think it'll work out. They're talking as well then, like, because obviously Hugh Jackman's not going to stay around much longer with Wolverine. He's pretty much done.
Yeah,
But
which is
I
a
don't know.
shame because he was a good Wolverine.
But he's become the face of the X-Men series. Like, anything you do with X-Men, you think of Hugh Jackman now as Wolverine. And I think it's going to be similar to Tony Stark being played by Robert Downey Jr., right? It's going to be sort of like a standout. You see how animated series of Iron Man have started to adapt to the Tony Stark look that Robert Downey Jr. gives it and the character style. And you're seeing a lot of Nick Fury's now go in line with like a Samuel L. Jackson look.
Are we talking about? Oh shit! What were they called? Marvel Disc Wars, Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Eh? That's something I forgot to mention that I found.
No, when you were talking about your anime series earlier, I thought that was going to be the one you revealed. If you guys don't know it, go check out, what's it called? Marvel Disc Wars.
Marvel Disc Wars, The Avengers. Oh my god, Japan.
Give them the synopsis quickly, because it is an anime, isn't it?
So, alright, I should have said this earlier. The brief synopsis of that show is that most of Marvel's heroes, it's set in like the Marvel universe, most of Marvel's heroes have been transformed into these little Beyblade looking things that attach to watches. Right. I'm
This is official,
serious.
by the way. Yeah, it's licensed.
I'm serious. So, this little group of Japanese kids, kind of like the kids from Digimon or something, they collect the Marvel hero little like Beyblade things, and then they have the power to summon them. So they summon the Marvel heroes to like do battle and stuff.
And this is a real thing.
It's a real thing. I'm not even making it up. I watched an episode of it. It's got really strong ties to the Marvel universe, man. It has like Pepper Potts, one of the main characters, like going around with the main kid who's like has Iron Man, his like thing, and like they can come out as little holograms, so it's little holographic Tony Stark talking to everyone. And then there was Samuel L. Jackson, like Nick Fury walking about, and Maria Hill, fucking Spider-Man was in it. This show is whacked, man. It's clearly aimed for like 6-year-olds, but fuck me if I'm not gonna watch the rest of it. Check out the trailer, Marvel Disc Wars. Avengers. Oh my god.
Sounds insane. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you lose Hugh Jackman in the series, who do you make your new face of Marvel? Are they maybe thinking Channing Tatum's the right move for that? I don't know. Would you have Channing Tatum as your main face for this?
Idris Elba.
Oh, Idris Elba would be awesome. Who's that
I love
guy?
Idris
Who's that
Elba.
guy who comes back through time? Shit, what's his name?
Well, he's in the new one, isn't
I
he?
know he is, but they could have just got Idris Elba to play him. What's his name? God damn it, Bishop.
Bishop, yeah.
They should have got Idris Elba to play Bishop. That could have been the face of the X-Men franchise for me. Would have been
Could
awesome.
have worked there. Could have worked. I have run out of things to say. What I was hoping is that I could talk really slowly while that text message went through to you then, so you could see the picture of the bat suit.
I actually already saw it, and do you know what? I like it. I like it a lot. I like that it's not super armored like the Dark Knight
Very
suit
muscly.
is. Yeah, but that's fine, man. Like, I didn't like that the Batman suit in the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises was basically like a suit of battle armor. Like, you could see a lot of it looked kind of metallic and stuff. I like that this is a more sort of traditional Batman suit. Batman shouldn't be armored, man.
I think it should be armored.
There was a
Car's
whole
armoured, Why would
section.
he not be?
There was a whole
Yeah,
section. Did you ever see Gotham Knight, the animated thing that came out? With
No, should I?
a load of different directors animated different Batman stories and put them all together. Like the guy who did
Oh,
Ten
I
Concrete
saw
and
the
stuff.
anime.
Yeah, it was about 2008, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was an entire story arc in that about Batman trying out a like armored deflector suit that could deflect bullets.
Right.
And like these guys were just opening up on him, and then one of the bullets deflected and hit a civilian. And then like after that, he was like, "No, I can't wear armor. Like I have to be the one to take this. I can't risk other people." I fucking loved that. And then the Dark Knight just had like armored suit basically, and I was like, "Well,
Maybe
that...
he developed it further. I don't know.
basically
Christian Bale is
this looks closer to the animated series Batman that I know and love, man." And I'm all for that.
It's cool. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's fine both ways. You can have both. I mean, I'd expect Batman to be quite hench anyway if he's been sort of training all his time
It
anyway.
looks.
So
It's quite similar to the Superman suit, isn't it? I thought.
Which I mean,
Well,
that
it's
kind of makes sense.
As in, like,
considering
just
they're
look at
sharing
the frame.
universe.
Like, the Superman looks massive in it, and Ben Affleck's pretty massive. I mean, if you saw the photo of him in his t-shirt, like just really wide and.
But Batman
massive.
should be ripped, man, because he's like peak physical human condition. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing with Batman, right? He's like the strongest a human can be, or whatever. That's the way they bill him
by
in there.
contrast,
Like, no one ever was. I think Ben's just, like, getting excited in his mind about when they're going to reveal the Wonder Woman costume now. We'll see.
Maybe. I don't like the idea of Gal Gadot doing it, but I do like the idea of Wonder Woman on the big screen, man.
I really wanted Jamie Alexander to cross over from Marvel, where she's playing Lady Sif in the 4 films.
God damn,
would have
she's
been a
hot,
fantastic
man.
Wonder Woman.
She is so fine. That one episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is never leaving my TV, man.
Well, I just watched it today, and because I'm catching up on S.H.I.E.L.D. at the moment, and it really stood out to me, and I think she is a strong character in her own right. She doesn't have to be part of Thor's little army. She can be her own person. And that would have, I know, I've always had this
Right.
stubborn opinion about being one superhero and never doing a superhero again, but then that doesn't work out because Chris Evans would be stuck in the fucking Fantastic Four when he's gone on to make one of the best superhero films ever now,
Yeah, I
playing
agree.
Captain America. But, you know, in the other way it could work as well, because we could have been stuck with Storm being played by Halle Berry and then not getting a Catwoman film out of her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But I mean, was she that good as Storm? I don't think she was that good as Storm.
Yeah, but would you
What
rather
happens
let
to a
her carry
toad?
on being Storm?
What happens with a toad when it gets struck by
You don't
lightning, Jamie? Hey?
Yeah, but
Same
you don't
thing
want
that happens to
Catwoman
everything
film.
else.
You
Fuck
don't want that Catwoman film.
They were both shit. X-Men 1 was shit as well, man.
Hey, I like X-Men 1.
X-Men 2 and First Class are the only films in that franchise worth watching, man.
X-Men 2. Did you say X2?
Yeah, X2 and First Class. X-Men 1 was just... Ugh. Don't really... Do you know what? This is going to sound so petty, right? And I know we're running out of time, but I'm going to fucking say it anyway. The bit at the beginning, right? Where Wolverine's fighting that guy in the cage. Yeah? Like, Wolverine's... Like, the guy is battering him, punching him in the face and stuff. Like, there's no sounds. The moment Wolverine punches him back, there's like a metal clang, Wouldn't there have been a metal clang the entire time, considering he was punching a metal skull? Fuck that movie, man! Fuck it!
Why you got no love for Wyclef Jean in the Wolverine film?
Wait, what? The Wolverine was... I'm so confused. Fuck it,
I'm
we're
taking a
done.
piss. It's Will I Am.
Shit. Oh, I know. There's definitely one thing we still need to cover.
Okay, do it.
But I'd like to cover Drive Club. There's been footage released today. All singing and dancing, 1080p and everything. And I'm left unimpressed.
Are you really making me drag this out so that you can bitch about Drive Club?
No, listen. There's reasons. Right?
Give me your reasons.
It's
the wrong shade of colour.
simple things like in-game physics. No, underneath one of the car, the car that they're showing, underneath it, as he's driving throughout the whole track, you can see the sky underneath the car, right? So, to me, that doesn't scream quality. Then, it takes some damage, and then scratch happens on the top of the car. Well, nothing's touched the top of the car.
This is just standard practice for racing games, Danny. You know this. You smash your car, you roll it about 12 times, and it just looks like you scrubbed it with a Brillo pad.
No, but that's the thing. You scratch your car on the side, and the top gets scratched with a Brillo pad. That doesn't make any fucking sense. The physics of the game, or some aspects of the game, are fucking shit at the moment. Watch it.
James is watching it right now.
Yeah, watch it.
Me too.
I don't think
It looks like a driving
perfect
game,
physics
guys.
was their idea when they went in to make this game. I think the huge map and the fucking community element was what they were going for, man.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want to play a game on an next gen that looks worse than Forza did on the Xbox 360. That's the benchmark. Or Gran Turismo, for fuck's sake. Those are the benchmarks that, at the very minimum, they need to reach.
Yeah, if you're making a driving simulator, which I'm fairly sure they're not. They're making a fun social racing game.
No.
This
If you're
game is
gonna,
free, isn't it?
it will be to PlayStation Plus owners.
Well, there we go.
There are
Half
two
there.
I'm not
There's-
thinking of Drive Club, am I?
There's a
I'm thinking of the
PlayStation-
crew.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah, the crew looks amazing too.
Yeah,
PlayStation
crew looks
Plus
really good.
version of Dry Club. Yeah, you have to take your dry cleaning in a gang. Watch out for the
Going
laundry.
to Nintendo.
Um,
Laundry Mama.
fucking hell, Laundry Mama. Yes. But yeah, Drive Club has two versions. The PlayStation Plus version will not have everything, but if you get that, you then have the option to upgrade to the full version for a discounted price. There was a lot of issue with that this week because they originally said that if your PlayStation Plus revoked, then you would go back to you would lose the game, even if you bought the upgraded version with it. But then they went, oh, no, okay, fine, you can have the full version still.
So, like, sorry, we're not Microsoft. I mean,
Drive Club is going to be such a massive loss for them. Such a
Probably
huge
already
loss.
It is a giant wet fart, but I'm still going to play it. Good night, everybody.
Oh, guys, I've got to end it. We're dragging. Right. If you, for fuck's sake, I can't even think of how we end the show. You can
end
like
it here,
us.
but
You
no
can
one
like
can
us on Facebook. That's a thing that we say. You can follow us
Directly
on
from Thanks to
Twitter.
Janny.
gsc_games.
Yeah.
We'll have all of our individual tags down in the description.
Bruh, bruh.
Please like us, comment, and follow us on the YouTube.
Well, I don't usually say that bit because it's a bit fucking whiny.
It's not a bit whiny. We've been going on for long enough now. Fucking listen.
why the fuck not? Come on, we've got another half an hour in us.
I have to listen to Gianni every week. Now so should you.